Hi everyone. So today let's discuss few list problems which are mostly asked in the interview. So first one is reverse a list. So what do you mean by reversing a list? So we start with one pointer in the left at the beginning and one at the end to the right of the list and we swap them. So we move left forward and we move right backward in such a way until they meet in the middle. So at the end, when they are middle, so the reverse will be in the place. So how we do? So this is the code. So before I say how the code works, uh, I'll say step by step execution. So we have 1 2 3 4. So the starting index is 0 and the ending index is what? 3. The length minus 1 is 3. So we have left index equals to 0 and right index is equal to 3, and what we do, we swap the left and the right index until they meet in the middle. So what we have 1, we have 4 at 0 and 3, so we swap them. So it will be 4 2 3 1. So in the next iteration, until the left is less than right, because we just need to do until they come to the middle, right? So until left is always less than right, what we do, we again swap the elements. So we have what? Now we are moving uh, forward, so the left index will be pointing to 2 and the right pointer will be moving backward, so from 4 it will come to 3. So now we are again swapping 2 and 3, so the list will be what? 4 3 2 1. And again when we are moving, we will just as part of code we will be increasing the left index to 2 and the right index to 1, because it will be moving here and the right will be moving here. But we have a condition where left index should always be less than right index. So what's happening? The condition is failed. So when the condition is failed, we just exit the loop. So by the end, what we have? 4 3 2 1. Okay. Next, find maximum and minimum elements in the list. So what we do? So we just initialize min value to the maximum extreme positive infinity and maximum value to the extreme negative infinity. And what we do, we loop through each element exactly once and compare with the current values which we have set to min and val, min value and maximum value, and then we update the value as required. So after we iterate through all the elements, we have min and maximum value set. So how we do that? We have 3 1 5 2. So minimum value is positive infinity and maximum value is negative infinity. Then what we will do is we iterate through each element. So first element we have current element as 3, and then what we are doing, we are comparing the value which we have set to the minimum value to the current value. So what we have infinity and 3. In that, what is the minimum value? 3. And similarly for the maximum value also, we will be comparing what the value we have set to the maximum value to the element with the current value which we are comparing. So what we have then, maximum value between minus infinity and 3 is what? 3. Similarly, we iterate to the next element 1, and in the last iteration, what values we have set? Min value is equal to 3 and max value is equal to 3. So that values are compared against the current element. So 3 comma 1 is equal to 1 and maximum of 3 comma 1 is equal to 3. Similarly for 5, what we are doing, min value is 1 comma 5, what current value is 5, so the result is 1. And again current maximum value is 3 and the current element is what? 5. So in that maximum value is 5, so we have 5. So similarly for 2, 1 comma 2, minimum is 1, 5 comma 2, maximum is 5. So at the end of the loop, what we have? Minimum and maximum value is 1 and 5 respectively. Okay, so let's move to the third question. Third question is removing duplicates. So what we have? So we have to keep a set of things you have already seen. So we are looping through this list, and if you haven't seen it before, add it to both the set and the result. If you have seen it, just skip it. So the result has no duplicates but in the same order. So how we do that? So we have 1 2 2 3 1. So we initialized set is equal to set, and scene is equal to set, and result is equal to empty list. So what we are doing, first 1 we have, so we are iterating through each element, right? So if 1, first we are checking whether it is in set or not. If it is in set, that means it's already seen. If it is not in set, then what we are doing, we are adding inside the set and we are appending that value to the result list. So now what the values will be in the scene set, we have 1, and the result list we have 1. And again we came across 2. Similarly, is it in set? Is it in scene? No. So what we are doing, we are adding into the scene set and we are adding it to, appending it to the result list. And again we came across 2. So what what happened, it is already present in the scene. Okay, it is already present in the scene. So what we are doing, we are just skipping. Okay, next we have 3. 3 is, or it is not in set. So what we have to do, we have to add it in the scene and then we will be appending it to the result list. Okay, similarly, next value is 1. 1 is already there in the set. So what we are doing, we are just skipping. By the end, what is the result list? We have 1, 2, 3. So this way what we are doing, we are maintaining the order of the list as well as we are removing the duplicates inside the list. Okay, so we have 1 2 3. So the fourth question is, check whether a list is sorted in ascending order. So it is, we have to check whether it is sorted or not. So what we have to do, we are checking at the first, we start at position 1 and we do compare each element with the one before it. Okay, for example, first we will start with the 2 and we will compare with the element which is before that. Okay, that's why I in range 1 comma length of the array. So what we are doing, 2 is compared against 1, 3 is compared against 2, 4 is compared against 3. If the value of this is less than the value where one index is less, then we are returning just false. We are iterating completely through all the list because even one false is equals to whole false. Okay, so how we are doing, so that is why I in range 1 comma length of array, and then if array of I is less than array of I minus 1, we are returning false. Else we, if it is not returning false throughout this condition, then we are returning true. That means it isn't sorted. So in the execution steps, we have 1 2 3 4 and we start at 1 and length of array minus 1, that is 3. I think I missed here. Okay, so here first we have 1, so we are checking against 1 and 0. That means what, 2 and 1. 2 is less than 1, 2 is less than 1. That means it is what, it's false, so it won't be entering into this loop. And next loop again we have array of 2 and array of 2 and array of 1. So we have 3 less than 2, it is false, so it won't enter into this one again. So we have I equals to 3, so we have I equals to 3 and minus 1 is 2, so that is 4 and 3. So 4 less than 3, it's false, so it won't enter here. So loop is complete, we do not have anything false. That means everything is in ascending order. So loop completes without returning false, so it will be returning true. Okay. Okay, so next we have to find the second largest element in the list. So we have to keep a track of first and second largest values for each number. If it's bigger than the first, denote the first to the second and promote it to the first. If it's between the first and second, update the second. After looping, second holds your answer. So okay, let's see how it works. Okay, so we have the values 10, 24, 45 and 92. So by seeing this, what is the second highest number we have? We have 45 as the second highest number. So what we are doing is, initially we are initializing first and second to the minus infinity value. Okay, so in the first element is what? So we have, we are iterating through the all elements in the list. So what we are doing is, we are checking if the number is greater than the first element which we have set. So 10 is greater than minus infinity. So what we are doing is, then second value is equal to minus infinity. That means we are setting the first value to the second value, and we are first value is equal to current value we are giving. Why? Because every time the highest, see, first value we have given minus infinity, and second value will be always less than the first value. So here, if the value is greater than first value, means it's bigger than the first value, right? So we are assigning that value, whichever value we got it as greater than first, as the first value, and whatever first value we got, that means previous value, we are assigning it to the second. So similarly, else if the number is greater than the second value and the number is not equals to the first value, that means there are chances that there can be duplicates also. How you are handling? Okay, let me pass through this elements, then you will understand better. So then next we have 20. So 20 is greater than 10, yes or no? So 20 is greater than 10. The first element will become what now? 20, and what the second value will become? 10. Okay, because second will become the first, second element becomes the value inside the second, and the current value will be the first value. And again, next we have fourth. So for the fourth value, is the number greater than first? No, because 20 is the first element, 4 is not greater than. But the number is greater than second? No. So it is false, so we will be skipping it. Okay, and so we have 45th value. 45th, is it greater than the current 20? Yes. So what the second value will become? 20, and the first value will become what? 45. Okay, similarly we have 99. So 99, is it greater than 45, which we have set it as first? Yes. So the second value will become what? 45, and the first value will become what? 99. So by the end, what is the second value we have? 45. Okay. Okay, next we have frequency count. Count the frequency of each element in a list. So this needs little bit of how we work with the dictionary. So we work with the dictionary to store each unique element as a key and its count as the value. Okay, we loop through this list and check if it exists in the dictionary or not. If yes, we are adding one value to that count. If no, we set the count to 1. So dictionary shows how many times each element appears inside the each element appears. Okay, so what we have a dictionary called frequency. So what we are doing is, if for each number inside the list we are iterating through, and what we are doing is frequency dot get of the number. What is the number here? 1, 0 plus 1. So what happening is, here you need to understand how this works. So if we have the first element is 1, so right now the frequency dictionary does not have element. So if that element is not there, and if you are checking, so what the default value will become 0. So that's why frequency dot get of 1, 0 will become what? 0 plus 1. How much it will be? 1. So now the value is added inside the dictionary. What? 1 as the key and the value as 1. Okay, now we have 2. So again we are checking inside the dictionary with the method what, get of 2 comma 0. So what is the value inside? We do not have the 2 value inside the dictionary, so it will be what? 0. 0 plus 1 is what? 1. So it will be 2, 1. Again we got 2, but right now 2 is there in the dictionary. What is the value of 2? It's 1. So frequency of get 2 comma 1 will become what? 2 comma 0 plus 1 will become what? 1 plus 1 equals to what? 2. So it will be 2. Pardon this, it is actually frequency dot get 2 comma 0 plus 1. Similarly 3, frequency dot get 3 comma 0 plus 1. As this value is not present in the dictionary, the value will become 0. It's 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. So 3, 1. So by the end what we have? We have a dictionary which represents the element and how many times it appeared inside the list. Okay. Now we have another question where we need to find sum of all the elements. This is looking a bit easy, right? We start with a total of 0 and then we loop through each element and add it to the total. After going through all the elements, total holds the sum. So what we are doing, so we have total equals to 0. For each element inside this list, what we are doing is we are adding that value to the total. Total plus is equal to num. So initially it's 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. Now the total value is how much? 1. So the next iteration, 1 plus 2 equals to how much? 3. Okay, because the total value is 1 and the element is 2. And again, now 3 plus 3 is equal to how much? 6. 6 plus 4 is equal to how much? 10. So we came at the end of the list. So by the end of how much total we have? 10. Okay, next we got another question which is most asked. What rotate left by k elements? So here what we have to do is first calculate the real rotation. For example, there are chances that the k value can be 8, but the list of elements are only 5. How you can do that? So what we do further, we do k percentile of list length of the array. How much ever the list length is there, that we do k percentile. So that is how it handles the value which is larger than the list. Take everything from the position k onwards and attach everything before the position k at the end. Result is the total left. So what we are doing is, so now we get the k value. If it is more, for example, it can be 8. Otherwise, if it is 2, that works. But if it is 8 or something, so we need to handle that also, right? That's why this will handle that. So what we are doing is, we are taking the elements from the 2 position, and for example here 0 1 2 3 4 5, so we have a k, right? So we need to move by 2 positions. So that's why what we have is k equals to 2. So from 2, how much it is? What? 3 4 5. Okay, we have to skip 2 positions, and 0 1 2 from 2, 3 4 5, and what is colon k? Colon 2, what happens? Until 2. It won't take the 2 value, but it will take until 2. What happens? That is 0 and 1. So until 2 is 1 2. From 2 is what? 3 4 5. So what it will be? 3 4 5 plus 1 2. It will be 3 4 5 1 2. That is how we do. Okay. So now rotate right by k elements. Now we have moved this side. Now we have to move this side. So how we do? Calculate the real rotation. Again we do k percentile length array. Same thing. Take the last k elements. Okay, take the last k elements and then put them first. Then attach everything except the last k elements. Okay, take the last k elements and put them first, and then everything except the last k elements will be coming afterwards. Okay, so what happens is, here we have k equals to how much? 2. So okay, so what we are doing is colon minus 2 is what? Get the colon minus 2 colon is how much? Get last k elements, last two elements. Okay, if it is minus 1 means what? Last element. If it is minus 2 means what? Minus 2 colon means what? Last two elements. Okay, what is that? 4 comma 5. Get the elements except last k. Okay, so last k means colon minus 2. Okay, when column minus 2, it won't get till it will skip these values, so it will be 1 2 3. Colon means from here to where? Minus 2. Okay, so it will be 1 2 3. Minus 2 means starting position, this is what ending position. Okay, that is what you need to remember. From starting to minus 2 means 1 2 3. This is what you have to take from minus 2. Minus 2 means what? 4 comma 5. That's why 4 comma 5 plus 1 2 3. Okay, that is how you do rotation. Okay, next, merge to sorted list. How we are doing? How do we merge to sorted list? Here what we do is we use 2 pointers, one for each list. Okay, and we compare elements at both the pointers and take the smaller one, add to the result, move that pointer forward, and we continue until one list is empty and add the remaining elements from the other list, and that list is sorted, because these two are what? Already sorted list. So how we do, I will tell you. So we have this we have two arrays, right? 1 3 5 and 2 4 6. So we want it to be sorted. So what we have to do, we have to check which element is the highest element here. So we need to check, we are passing through each element. For example, one pointer I is pointing to array 1 and j is pointing to array 2. Both are moving from left. So what we are doing is, as these are both sorted list, we need to make sure that the value of I or j which are lesser, we need to check first. For example, array 1 of I, if it is array 1 of I less than array 2 of j, what we are doing is result dot append. If 1 is less than 2, what happens? That means this is lesser, right? So for the result array, what we need to add? Array 1's value only, no? So that's why array 1 of I, and we are increasing the ith value. For example, here you have seen 1 3 5. Instead, if you see something like 1 3 1 5 7, but here it is like 1 2 like 2 4 only. But because there are other elements which are also needs to be considered, that's why we have to increase only ith element, because which one is less, that only we need to increase. Okay, right now when we compare I and j, I is less, so we have added to the result array list, and then we moved the ith pointer to the 3 now. Okay, next what we have to do, we have increased the ith value. Now we have to compare 3 and 2, because we did not increase the jth value, right? So then what happens? 3 is less than 2, yes or no? Then what we have to do, we have to append the jth value, because this one is lesser now. Okay, and then we need to move the jth pointer to next value. So by this time what happens is, it will be it will be 1 comma 2. Okay, similarly the other element, as we move forward, right? Now array of 1 is equal to what? 3. Array 2 of j equals to what? 4. 3 and 4 are compared, and 3 less than 4, so it will be added to the list. Okay, but we are not increasing jth value as of now. We only increase the ith value because I is less. Now we compare 5 and then we compare 4. 5 is less than 4, false. So what we have to do? We need to append the jth value. So it will be added. Now we increase the jth value. Now 5 and 6 are compared. So 5 and 6, which one is less? 5. So 5 is added. So then by this the result is ended, right? So first loop ends, extends with remaining array 2 of 2 and remaining element, like from where whatever is remaining, from there it will be added. So from 2, how much? 0, 1, 2. Okay, so sixth element is added. If there are, for example, 10 elements, then 2 to whatever last elements we have, that all will be added. So that is how this one will work. Okay, so now intersection. So intersection, what we are doing is we convert both the list to sets. Okay, and we use the ampersand operator to find the common elements and convert back to list. This will give all the elements that appears in both the list. So how we do? We do set of first array and set of second array, because we have sets. On sets we perform AND operation, and then what we get in that, what are common? 2 is common, 3 is also common. We get 2 comma 3 as set after doing the AND operation, and we convert back to list, that is 2 3, and that is what we are returning. Okay, so that is how we do intersection. Okay, and then how we do union. Okay, so we convert both the list to set again, and what we do, instead of AND operation we do OR operation. So when we do OR operation we get 1 2 3. Okay, and then we convert back to what? List, and we are returning it. Okay, next comes, this is also very important question, move zeros to n. So this is also what we do, we iterate through the list and we collect all the non-zeros first, and then we start, if we find non-zero, we just add that value to whatever insert position we will be taking as 0. So we will just keep on increasing, and we will be adding all the non-zero values, and at the end we will just check, after that we will be checking how many length we have. Till that we will be looping. For example, we have what, 0 1 2, how many we have? 5, but we fixed 3. From 3 to the length, how many we have? 5. That means how many are missing? 2, right? So we will be adding that value 0 to that particular index. So how we do? 0 1 0 3 12. So we have, so initially insert position is what? 0. Now we are checking whether this value is equal to 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, then what we are doing, initially it is 0, right? So insert position, so we have array of 0. What we are doing, array of 0 is equal to what the value is now? It's 0, so it skips if it's 1, right? So when it's 1, in the position of 1, what happens? It will be adding the 1. Okay, so if it is not equals to 0, then array of 0, I think this has array of 0 equals to 1, and then insert position will become what? 1. Okay, now the value will be 1 1 0 3 12. Okay, next value is what? 0. It will skip again. Next value is what? 3. So the insert position will become 2. It's initial, it is 1, right? Array of 1 will become what? 3, and the insert position will become what? 2. Okay, for the next iteration only it will be useful. Okay, now the value is what? 12. The insert position, the array of 2 will become what? 12. Insert position will become what? 3. Okay, now we have 3 values set. What are the remaining values which needs to be set? 3 and 4, because 0 1 2 is set, 3 and 4 are need to be set. So we are iterating through this loop, where from 3, and then length is what? 5. So for I in range of this, so what is that? 3. Array of 3 equals to 0, and then again what? 4 equals to 0. So it is done. It is now all positions are filled. So 1 3 12 0 and 0. Okay, now separate even and odd. So what we have to do is we need to arrange even and odd numbers. Okay, first we need to put we can put even in the left and odds to the right, or even to the right and odds to the left. It's up to our wish. So again we have two pointers moving, so on at both ends. So left pointer looks for the odd numbers and right pointer will be looking for the even numbers. When left finds an odd number, right finds an even number, we just do what, we swap it. So we are making sure right is always having what, odd numbers. Left is always on what, even numbers. Okay, so what we are doing here, while left is less than or equal to 2, if array of left percentile 2 equals to 0, we are just increasing it. Okay, if array of right percentile 2 equals to 1, that means it is satisfying the odd, we are just decreasing the right. Else if it is not happening in that way, what we are doing is, we are just, what we are doing, we are swapping the elements of left and right. Okay, so first 1 2 3 4 5. So first value is what, at left value will be 1, right value will be what, 5. So left value will is odd and right value is what, odd. So odd is okay, so what we have to do, we do right -1. Okay, so what happens, it will be, as the length is 0 1 2 3 4 5, so we are decreasing that what, right value, so it will be 3. Okay, now again array of 0 equals, we did not increase the left index, right? Array of 0 equals to 1 and array of 3 equals to 4, so it is even. Okay, so what we need to do, it is not satisfying both the conditions, so what we have to do, we need to swap. Okay, so swap, how, what is, so it will be 4 2 3 1 5. Okay, so we are swapping what, we are swapping the first element with the fourth element. Okay, that is why it is 4 2 3 1 5, because we want the odd numbers to the left, sorry, right. Similarly, now array of 1, now array of 1 is equal to what, 2. Okay, array of 1 is equal to 2, from the left even, so left plus 1 is equal, now we are increasing, um, now we are increasing what, pointer to left will be pointing to 2, that is value is 3. And then we check, every time we do, we check whether the left is less than or less than right or not, because uh, we want the values to be left and right, the odd values to be on the right and the even values to be left until they meet in the middle, then the loop will be exiting. Okay, by the time loop exits, we have 4 2 3 1 5. So these two are evens on the left and the 3 1 5 on the right. Okay, next the question we have is pairs with given sum. Find all pairs that sum to a target value. So the target value is what, 9. So for that, what we are doing is, for each number, calculate what you need to reach. Check if complement exists in your set. If yes, you found a pair. Okay, so how we are doing it? So how we are doing is, so we have initialized a scene and pairs, scene with a set and pairs with a list. So what we are doing is, for each number, what we are doing is, you have taken the number as 2. What is the target value is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. Is 7 is present in scene, that means set no, right? So add it. Okay, so next value is what, 7. And again you minus that 9 value. 9 minus 7, how much it is, 2. Is 2 in scene? Yes. So you add that as a pair. And I also add that 7 to the scene. Okay, now you have 11. 11 means 9 minus 11 is equal to minus 2. And the minus 2 is not in scene. Add 11 to the scene because it's already seen, right? But it is not adding to the pair. Number is equal to 15. But 9 minus 15 is minus 6. Minus 6 is not in scene, right? But add that 15 to the scene. So by the end, what we have, the pair as 2, 7. Okay, just when you get the complement number only, you add that pair like this, complement number into the list. So that is how you get. Okay, so you have reached to the end, that means you made so much progress. That means you have completed 15 list programs which are regularly asked in the coding questions. I'll come up with the more questions for you. So until then, I want you to have a happy learning. If you have any doubts, please post it in the comment section. Thank you.